Apple is making a play for the world's wallet. CNBC's John Fort has the story. Hey, John.
Hey, Melissa. Apple's positioning itself to jump into the mobile payments arena in a big way. The company is investing in a technology called near-field communication, or NFC, which would allow a hovering phone to replace a credit card swipe. Now, mobile commerce of all kinds is all the rage, and there's lots of evidence that Apple is very interested in this area. Researcher Richard Doherty says his sources confirm Apple buying NFC-related equipment. This summer, Apple hired an NFC expert as a product manager for mobile commerce, and the company has logged several recent patents around letting consumers use their phones to pull payments from their bank or iTunes accounts. Now, Apple wouldn't be the first to the NFC party. Nokia and Samsung have released several NFC-capable phones, and Google's Nexus S Android phone, manufactured by Samsung, supports this too. But Apple is poised to drive adoption of the technology and benefit from it like few of its peers. Now, the reason why is because Apple is itself a major retailer. In its last fiscal year, Apple's retail operation turned in $9.8 billion in net sales, up 47%. On top of that, iTunes Store and accessory sales were nearly $5 billion. If Apple implements its own payment system, it can not only save money by cutting out credit card companies on some transactions, but also drive sales in emerging markets where credit cards aren't common. Now, when will we know more? Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference this summer is a likely time. That's when it will have software developers' attention and when it's expected to unveil the iPhone 5. Back to you.
All right, John Fort, thanks so much for that report. Well, Apple stock is down nearly 2% along with the NASDAQ index. So how will this move into iBanks affect the company, and will they face any competition? Joining us now is John Rettinger, editor-in-chief of TechnoBuffalo. John, thanks so much for joining us. How is this different or better than what already exists?
So it is a very different technology. NFC, as John mentioned, has been around for quite a while, but where Apple has the edge is in their market penetration. iPhones are everywhere, not to mention iTunes has access to 160 million credit cards already in the system. Apple is in the really unique position to actually subsidize the manufacturer's equipment, the vendor's equipment that's going to be necessary to implement this new NFC RAID, which supposedly will be in the iPhone 5.
What do you think, if you had to bet, how likely is it that this is going to happen and is going to dominate?
You know, I'm not one to bet against Apple. The iPhone revolutionized how we browse the internet. The smartphones in general really killed the personal organizers. People use them as their cameras. I would say it's almost a sure thing that the smartphone's going to change the way we use our wallets in the very near future.
Well, I mean, one of the things you say is that Apple likes to find something that's difficult, simplify the hell out of it, and then make a lot of money doing that. Sounds like a great plan. Can they apply that to this? Because this is a little bit outside their core competency.
Oh, they absolutely can. So to sort of simplify, what Apple's looking to do is to turn every smartphone essentially into a debit card. So when you go to your grocery store, instead of swiping your credit card, you wave your iPhone just a few inches from a panel, and the transaction is issued. What Apple can do, and where they have the edge over other manufacturers, again, is in that market penetration. People are going to buy iPhones regardless. The problem that other manufacturers have had implementing NFC technologies is getting that in the hands of the vendors, the people that are actually selling the goods. Apple has long had a history, especially with the iPhone, of subsidizing devices. So I wouldn't put them past Apple to use their vast cash reserves and actually give this equipment free of charge to the manufacturers to really help achieve the market penetration for their new NFC system.
It sounds like a terrifying tool in the hand of a tween. What's to stop, other companies from doing the exact same thing after they go out and simplify the hell out of it and make a lot of money? Will everybody else follow on their heels?
As Apple tends to go, so go the rest of the tech industry.
Right.
Apple clearly redefined the mobile market space with the iPhone. They defined the tablet market space as well with the iPad. So when companies are competing, certainly the consumers win. I wouldn't put it past someone like Google to get into this arena as well. As John mentioned, NFC technology is already implemented in Google's Nexus S phone lines.
All right, John, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.